We're in session in 2 cases. Oh, 4 cases? Yes, we're in session in 4 cases. First case is cause number 328792. Second case is cause number 328950. Third case is cause number 328966. And the fourth case is cause number 329492. All 4 cases are styled the state of Texas versus Rocky Z. Bradley. Mr. Bradley, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Bradley, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Bradley, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but your truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Bradley, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Bradley?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Bradley, I have before me an information in cause number 328966. And this information alleges that on or about December 19th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Mr. Bradley, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And to this charge, Mr. Bradley, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty, Your Honor.
No contest. I mean, he meant to say no contest.
Man, no contest.
Okay, now, Mr. Bradley, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Right.
Yes.
Mr. Bradley, are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or
No
contest?
contest.
Tell me, he's asking you, do you want to fight the charges? You're not trying to fight the charges, right?
Okay, so Mr. Bradley, so you're pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, now, Mr. Bradley, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. On page, it's also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. On page 1 of this document, there's one box that's checked stating that this is a Class B misdemeanor. On page 2 of this document, there's a set of initials, RB, on a line next to a box that says check nolo contendere, which means no contest. Mr. Bradley, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And on page 3 of this same document, Mr. Bradley, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Mr. Bradley, did you sign this document?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I have another document before me, Mr. Bradley. This document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. There is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
There are 2 boxes that are also checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bradley, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Bradley, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Adams, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the
Yes,
best
sir,
of
Your
your
Honor.
knowledge? State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections, Mr.?
No objections.
No objections. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Adams, you've advised and counseled Mr. Bradley. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No evidence of that.
Mr. Bradley, your attorney, Mr. Adams, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Bradley, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, the agreement that is that in exchange for Mr. Bradley's plea in case number 328966, the theft, he will agree to 30 days, time served, taxed and retired, and the state will dismiss calls numbers 328792, 328950, and 329492.
Mr. Bradley, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you have already served 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case, Mr. Bradley, is $337, but you would not have to pay that court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Mr. Bradley, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. Bradley, the state will also be dismissing cause number 328792, cause number 328950, and cause number 329492. Mr. Bradley, I'll follow your plea bargain agreements that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Bradley, this will conclude the case. Please follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you too, Your Honor. You have a nice day too.
All right, you're welcome. And Mr.
All right, Judge, y'all take it easy.
All right, Mr. Adams, this is your last case, so you're free to go. You have a-
I ain't got time on that.
All right.